A forgotten legend from ancient Japan. In the fog-covered mountains of ancient Japan, there once stood a small village called Kurohara, a place wrapped in silence, where even the wind whispered like a warning. Many generations ago, the villagers told stories of a man who had no shadow. They said he was cursed. They said he was still looking for it. But the truth, as recorded in the old temple scrolls, was far darker. The warrior of endless war during the late 1400s, Japan was torn apart by the Onin War, a brutal civil conflict that turned cities into ashes and brothers into enemies. In those days, a samurai named Raiden Arakawa served under a powerful warlord. Raiden was unmatched in battle, fast, ruthless, and feared, but what made him unstoppable was not his skill. It was his belief that he could never die until he had killed every man who had ever wronged him. They said he had made a pact, not with gods, but with something older. Something that lived in the darkness between blades and blood. One moonless night, after slaughtering hundreds in a single battle, Raiden looked down and realized something chilling. He no longer had a shadow. The shadowless curse terrified. Raiden sought every monk, shrine, and sorcerer he could find. One told him, "Your shadow is your soul. You have traded it for power." Another whispered, "It still follows you, but not in the light." Years passed. Raiden's victories grew, but so did his nightmares. In every reflection, water, steel, or mirror, he saw something moving behind him, not his shadow, but something trying to become one. They returned to Kurohara after the war ended. Raiden returned to his birthplace, Kurohara village. The people who once admired him now shut their doors in fear. At night, villagers claimed they saw two Raidens walking the hills, one in armor, one in darkness. Determined to end the curse, Raiden climbed Mount Tsukumo, where an ancient temple sat forgotten. The monk who lived there was blind, yet when Raiden entered, he said, "I can hear two footsteps, but only one heart. You brought your shadow home." The monk offered to perform a forbidden ritual, one that could reunite Raiden with his shadow, but at a terrible price. The ritual of light and blood at midnight, Raiden stood in the temple courtyard, surrounded by candles and salt. The monk began chanting. The flames flickered, the ground trembled, and slowly from behind Raiden, a shape began to emerge. It was his shadow. But it was no longer just a reflection. It had eyes. It had a voice, and it was angry. "You used me," the shadow hissed. "You killed for glory, you killed for pride. You forgot what pain felt like." Raiden raised his sword. "I did what I had to do." "Then do it again," the shadow whispered. "Fight me." The final battle, the temple shook as man and shadow clashed, sword against darkness. Each strike shattered candles, filling the air with black smoke and firelight. Raiden slashed, but his blade passed through mist. The shadow countered, cutting wounds that bled light instead of blood. The monk kept chanting, louder and louder, until dawn's first light broke the horizon. The shadow screamed. Raiden drove his blade through it, pinning it to the temple floor. Then, silence. The dawn after, when the sun rose, villagers found the temple in ruins. Raiden's armor was there, empty. On the floor was a single mark, burned deep into the wood, the outline of a man, as if a shadow had been seared into the earth forever. No one ever saw Raiden again. But from that day forward, whenever war came near Kurohara, people swore they saw a second sun at dusk, and a single warrior walking without a shadow. Moral of the legend: they say the story of Raiden Arakawa reminds us of one truth. When we let hatred consume us, we lose more than just mercy, we lose ourselves. Because sometimes, your greatest enemy isn't on the battlefield. It's the darkness standing right behind you.